Here are 7 truths I know now that I wish I knew when I first started podcasting. I've been in the podcasting space for 10 years now. I have helped others launch their world class podcast. I've spoken on many stages on the benefits of podcasting. I've conducted workshops on this. And I've also have coached not only indie creators, but also B2B business owners on how to launch their podcasts. And many of them have had success, but there's also a lot that have failed, which is the reason why I wanted to shoot this video. Okay. I want to share with you 7 truths, again, that I wish I knew when I first started podcasting. Number one, podcasting is hard work. Okay. For a lot of indie podcasters and people getting into the space for the first time, we're a one-person army. Okay. And we have to be the strategist, the producer, the editor, the talent, the marketer. In short, we wear many hats and we're doing all the things, all in the hopes of having a successful podcast that's going to resonate with our audience. So it's a lot of work. I know I fell into this trap thinking, okay, well, I'm just going to get a microphone, get a laptop, press record, and then voila, my work is done. False. Okay. The truth is, this is hard work, which is the reason why a lot of companies are seeing the benefit and also the hard work it takes to have a successful podcast. I always say this: when you start a podcast, you're building a brand, you're building a show, and in shows there's a lot of moving parts, and podcasting is no different. You have to make sure that you go into this knowing it's going to be a lot of work. It's not going to be easy, but I believe it's going to be worth it. All right. So, truth number 2, the best ideas are going to be outside your industry. Naturally, we're going to look at your competitors in your industry to see what they're doing. We want to emulate what they're doing, their thumbnails, their flow, their format, their artwork. We're going to look to that because, success leaves clues. And I get it. I know that you may feel like you need to look at your competitors to see what they're doing, because if you can replicate that, you will be successful, right? Boss. Okay. That's not the case. I believe in all the years of podcasting that the best ideas come outside of the industry. Okay. Look at your interest in music. Look at your favorite movies, your favorite TV shows, your favorite artists, and be inspired by what they're doing, by the way they package, by the way they flow. I find that the best creativity comes from that. Okay. Looking outside, the art of the remix, pulling different interests and making it into your own in whatever industry you're in. So, again, if you think that you need to look at your competitors and emulate what they do because that's going to make you successful, I'm here to let you know that's false. The truth is, the best creativity is outside your circle, not inside. Truth number 3. All right. Making money should never be the reason why you should start a podcast. I have a small rant. There are some podcast gurus out there that are saying, "Oh, you want to, launch a 7-figure podcast or a profitable podcast, or you can make 6 figures." All that marketing BS jargon that's out there. It's just don't believe the hype. Okay. Yes, there's money to be made in this creator space. Yes, there are successful podcasters, but if you're looking to get into podcasting simply because you feel like you want to monetize it right at the gate or make money out of it, find a new hobby. Okay, find a hobby. That is my advice. Podcasting is a long game, my friends. Okay, it's a platform to nurture community, to build your brand that could potentially result in making a source of income. But if that's the reason why you should start a podcast is to make money, try something different. And if you think that these gurus are selling you the Kool-Aid and the fact that you can monetize this in 6 months, just swipe away. Choose another guru because they're not giving you good advice. All right. You've been warned. All right. Truth number 4. You're not just podcasting, you're building a community. All right. This is not a game of downloads, views, comments. This is not what this is about. Okay. Podcasting is about bringing your passion behind the mic. It's about the people. Okay. You're not just podcasting, you're building a community. Honor that. Way too many people think, once again, that podcasting is just simply a podcast that they can share online and say, hey, y'all, I have a podcast. That is not the case. Okay. You're building a community, and you should really take pride in knowing that there are other people that are going to give you their time and attention to listen to what you have to say. So come correct. Passion and people. That's the winning formula. Truth number 5: mediocrity won't grow your show. Okay. You can start a podcast at a minimal, okay, the get going stage, right? Just to get started. But staying in this mediocrity isn't going to get you to the get great stage, to the next level. So, average work won't scale your work nor influence as a podcaster. Being aware of that makes you more conscious of the quality of podcasting that you're going to be producing. This means you get better at titles, you get better at the format, you get better at just your content overall gets better, right? And the content, great quality content, is what ultimately will grow your brand and your podcast. So again, look at mediocrity as a way to get started. It could be a good starting point, but it won't grow. So don't feel like just doing what you're doing is going to get you to the next level. Do the thing, get going, but know that there's another stage, and it's getting better. Truth number 6: audience matters, my friends. Yes, touching back on the community side of things where I spoke about earlier. If you talk about what you love, what you're passionate about, your people will come, right? Now, keeping your people in mind is super important. You just can't just talk behind the mic and be like, this is what I want. This is what I want. Now, I'm going to grow the show. No. You're wrong. Okay. Having an audience driven strategy matters now more than ever. Okay. And that's really where I come in. I'm a very audience first driven podcast coach. And what I mean by that is that it's okay to come with your passion, but also think about your people. Follow up with the people, your passion and your people, right? Understanding your listeners' pain points, the challenges, the desired transformation they're seeking. That is what's going to make a podcast stand out in 2025 and onward and really connect with the community. So again, audience matters. Don't get it twisted. Passion is one part, but the people is probably the most important thing. Last but not least, number 7, the 7th truth: packaging should never, ever be an afterthought. Ever, 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 ever. Okay. Ever picked up an album because the way it looked, because of the artwork? Have you ever clicked on a movie trailer because of the imagery or the description of the trailer of the movie? Packaging, I feel like in this space, gets overlooked on and on by a lot of people getting into this space for the first time. And I always say, invest time and energy into making sure that you create a memorable experience with your listeners or people watching you on YouTube. Okay. So packaging matters. This isn't a game of sounding good behind the mic anymore. You got to look the part. That's artwork, that's description, that's format, that's content. So packaging is very, very important. And I'd never paid attention to this when I first started. And I'm seeing it now that whenever you do invest time into design, packaging up what you do as a podcaster, that's how you really scale your influence and really stand out amongst the rest. So, all right, so that's it. My 7 harsh truths that I know now that I wish I knew when I first started a podcast, when I first started podcasting. Let me know down in the comments section below. Let me know if there's one that really resonated with you. What are you currently working on? If you're a podcaster, are there any of these that really landed with you and you can relate to? So we'll love to get your comment down below. My name is Ozeal. I'm going to continue publishing more content like this on my YouTube channel. I want to make sure that I continue serving the podcasting community through my experience as a coach, but also as a podcaster myself. Make sure you check it out. I do have a playlist here. I have a show called Creator Factor, so make sure you go check that out. But thanks again for checking out this video. Till next time, peace and one love.